Hello, good morning, all of you. I am Anuja. Welcome back to my class. This is the second series MCQ on MCQ user defined methods, having 10 MCQs. The first MCQ series of 20 questions. Those who didn't watch, just go to that video. So, here in this video, we are going to discuss about 10 questions of MCQs, purely based on user defined methods. So, let's see. The first one, a Java program must contain a method. It should contain a method. It must contain a method. Which method? It's a compulsory method. A user defined as per the user's requirement we are defining. It is not compulsory. If you write the method only, we will get a return statement. Then local, no. So you can see easily, you can pick which one is the right answer. A Java program must contain a which method? Which method? Yes, must contain a main method. So for that we will write public static void main, this main method. So when a Java program must contain a main method, and Java program execution start from the main method. Always programs execution start from the main method. So this is the answer. A Java program must contain a main method. So second one, which of the following method can be called without creating an instance of a class? So when we are writing a method, we can write a method as static or non-static. So which method, static or non-static? Those who didn't watch about static and non-static, the last video I have uploaded here. You can just go to that video to understand the main concept of static and non-static method. How will you define and how will you invoke static method to non-static or non-static to static? So here the question is, which of the following method can be called without creating an instance of a class? Instance means it is an object of a class. So without creating an object of the class, which method can be called? Yes, which method can be called? Class method, because class means it having the keyword static. Class method means the method of the class itself is known as, it is a class method. So which method is called without creating an instance of a class means that is class method. If you want to call a class method or a static method, class is otherwise known as static. If you want to call a class method or a static method, we can call directly without creating an instance of a class. Okay, so next we move to the third question. Yeah, just I will clean the board. Yes, this is the third one. The method dash is a combination of method name and list of parameter along with the data type. Example, I am giving a method name as sum. So this is a method name and we are passing a parameter like this. So what is this? What is this? A method, it is a combination of method name and a list of parameters along with the data types. Parameters data type also. Is it known as, what is this? We have to write, choose the right one. Is it variables? No. It is declaration. Is it method declaration? No. So it is a method signature. So just it is a method signature or is a method program. Program, we know it is a step by step or sequence of instruction together as a program. So signature, what is the right one? That is a signature. So method signature is a combination of method name and list of parameters along with the data type. And do you remember when we discussed about methods, method header we have discussed, and method definition and invocation is also 3 steps we have discussed. In that method header is otherwise known as method prototype, and in the method prototype method signature is also there. Example, When we consider the method of integer return type of sum, you will write like this: return type, method name, and the parameter list along with the method return data type, along with the data type of the parameter. So this is known as method definition. And the first line of the method definition is known as, this line is known as method prototype. And here the question is method signature. So what is method signature? There is no return type, only the method name along with the parameters. Their respective data type also will be there in the method signature. So you should remember, method signature means that having a combination of method name and the list of parameters along with the data type. So which one is the right answer? 3. Third, method signature is the combination of method name and the list of parameter along with the data type. Okay. So when we are answering one question, you can relate to the other answers also. So here, let's say example method prototype. How will you write a method prototype? As method prototype, just I am writing method name is method. Then it is an void means you will write void method, and you will pass a parameter. If any parameters you need means you can according to the requirement. So this is a method definition. Inside this body of the method, we will give out some statements to execute this method. So the first line of method definition is known as method header or method prototype, and by this method name and parameter, this part is known as method signature. So you have to remember what is method signature, what is method prototype, what is method invocation, and what is method definition. Okay. So here the third one, the answer is method signature. Then we are moving to the fourth one. Which of the following is used to invoke an instance method in Java? So just before we told, we have the methods as static and non-static. Static is otherwise known as class method. Static is otherwise known as class method, and class method can be called without creating an object. So another one is non-static. Non-static is otherwise known as instance. Non-static is otherwise known as instance method. So this one, instance method, means you need to create an object. Without object creation, we can't access a non-static or an instance method. So how to invoke an instance method? Should create an object. So which one is the right option from these four? Object name dot operator method name, or object name colon operator method name, or class name dot operator method name, class name colon operator method. So how to call a non-static method or an instance method? For calling an instance method, definitely we need to create an object. So object name dot method name dot operator, then the method name, object name dot method name. So I will just give an example here. Yeah, so here the same example, method name is non-static. So just here, this is a non-static method. This is a non-static method. This method defined as non-static, and consider this as a static. So what we have to do? We have to call this non-static method to a static method. So what we have to do? If you want to call a non-static to static, definitely we need to, non-static is otherwise known as instance. How to call an instance, or how to invoke an instance method? If we want to invoke an instance method, then definitely we need to create an object of this class. So how will you write this one? You will create an object of this one. Object is method name, class name is yes, so I have created an object of, sorry, class name is sum, I have created an object of yes. Then by object name, you have to call the method and pass the value, and it is an integer return type, so we have to give a receiving value of res, then you will print the value. This is the procedure, println res, so you will get the output. Is it? So here you should remember when we need to invoke a non-static method, non-static or instance method to a static, or how to call a non-static method, definitely to creating an object. By creating an object, we can access. So what is the symbol, what is the what is the statement here? S is the object, then we will use the dot operator, then the method name. If any parameter has given in the method definition, we need to pass that also in the calling statement. If there is no parameter, we will directly write like this. Okay, and how will you identify that is a static or non-static method? A method having any keyword static, it is known as static method. So here I have given static void display. So this is a static method. Static is otherwise known as class method. Static is otherwise known as class method. And this no static keyword means that is known as non-static method, and or it is known as instance method. Okay. So we will write, we need to choose the answer, right answer as object name dot method name. Object name dot method name. So our answer, the first one is the right answer for this one. How to invoke an instance method? You know that instance means non-static method. Non-static method means we need to write as object name dot name, object name dot method name. Clear? So let's move to the next question. Yes, fifth one. Class methods can be used anywhere regardless of whether and dash of the class exists or not. Just now we discussed class method is otherwise known as static method. Without object creation, we can call class by directly. With the method name, we can call directly. It is not compulsory to create the object in the case of class method. But in the case of instance method, it is compulsory to create an object. Without object creation, we can't access an instance method. So please remember this point. Class method means it is not compulsory to create an object. Without object also, we can call class methods. But in the case of instance method, we can invoke the instance method by creating the object. That is compulsory. Without object creation, we can't call the instance method. So what is this answer? What is the answer for this question? Class methods can be used anywhere regardless of whether which one has to be exist or not. If it is there, it is not compulsory like that. Is it instance or method or example? None of them. Instance, is it? Without object creation of a class method also. In an object class method, without creating object also, we can call a class method. So this one, whether an object of the class exists or not. Instance means that is an object. So if instance is there also, class can be called. If there is no instance also, class can be called. That is the use of, or that is the concept of class method. But in the case of instance, it should be called by instance of the class. Okay, that's why it is known as instance method. Okay, so the next question. As a code snippet, choose the right method signature for the below definition. Here we have a method definition, and you know this method belongs to the string data type, and here we are passing one string parameter, and a return statement is there to return the value to the calling statement, and we need to choose the right method signature. You should remember what is method signature. So this is a string. Yes. So which one is the method signature? Method signature means it comes from method name and the parameter, then the data type of that particular parameter. Is it? So which one is the right method signature? Can choose from here. Is it this one? No. Second one? No. Second one is the actual method prototype. This is the method prototype. It is method prototype because return type of the method is specified only in the method prototype, or it is the header of the method definition. But we need to choose only the method signature. So what is the output, or what is the method signature here? Yes, definitely. Method signature means here, this one. Third one M sign is the method and string str is the parameter along with the data type. So the answer is the third one. So method signature, it is a combination of method name and the data type of the parameter with the parameter. Okay. So if you want to write the method prototype from this question, from this definition, you have to choose the method prototype, means which one you have to choose, this second one. Second one as a method prototype. Third one is the right method signature. Okay. Okay. Okay, the seventh one, choose the correct identifier for your method name in Java. You should remember method name is an identifier as a token. We need to follow some rules for tokens. What are the important rules or 5 naming conventions of identifier? It all start with a special number, special characters. It doesn't start with the special characters or numbers. It is not valid, but it is valid by that dollar symbol. So which one is the right identifier? Yes, the right identifier is the second one, display, because we can use that dollar symbol as the starting letter. We can't use the numbers or digits. We can't use any other special letters or special characters we can't use as an identifier. So starting letter of an identifier can be dollar symbol. So this is second one is the right one. The next one, how to invoke a static method. When we discussed in the previous video about static and non-static, those who didn't watch, just go to that video, static and non-static, what is the importance and how to call static and non-static, please watch. Then you can understand easily. And how to invoke a static method. A static method can be invoked in class name dot method name, object name dot method name, method name. 3 ways we can use. Any one of the 3 ways we can use to invoke a static method. Static means what is static method? That is class method. Class method can be invoked by class name dot method name or object name dot method name or method name directly. So we can choose the right answer as all of the above. Using this 3 statement, we can invoke a class method or a static method. But in the case of non-static, we have to write only one answer, that is object name dot method name. That is the case of instance or non-static method. So please remember, non-static method means we have to create the object name dot method name. But in the case of class method, we can use any one of the 3 statement to invoke a class method, like class name dot method name, object name dot method name, or directly as the method name. So here the answer is all of the above. Okay, so we are moving to the next question, that is the 9th one. Let's see. Yes, so choose the right one. Here we have a code snippet, class name has given, then a method definition as string, same method already we defined. Then inside the public static void, inside the main method, an object has created, object name is MC. Then we need to add this one as a filling the blanks, we need to fill or we need to choose the right one from the below options. Then system.out.println of s1. Finally, it is printing the value s1. So what is this here? We are invoking the statement. Sorry, invoking the method. So this is a method definition. This method we are invoking in the main method. And you should remember here this is a non-static method. That means in this method definition or in this method header, there is no keyword static. There is no keyword static means that is a non-static method or an instance method. So how will you call a non-static method? Yes, non-static method will be called by creating an object. Object name dot method name. This is the statement or this is the syntax to create a non-static method. How will you call a non-static method? Object name dot method name. So object name has already created in the code snippet, that is MC. So how will you write MC dot operator is compulsory, so dot, then method name. What is the method name? M sign. So we can write M sign. And for this is method calling, and while calling we will pass, instead of string str we need to pass an actual parameter. So you can pass an actual parameter. Here has given hello, so you will write this one. Is it? So which is the statement, which is the right statement? MC dot M sign hello inside the double quote. So the first one is not right because string is yes. Yeah, is it right? The first one, this is similar. MC dot M sign hello, is it the right answer? No. We can call the strings, we can call that method by this way, but one more point is missing here. What is that? Here, before creating, this is a string data type and it is returning a value. While it is returning value means definitely we need to write a variable of string. So I will rewrite here once more. Please listen. This is a method definition of string data type, and here it has created an object. This is an instance variable, instance method. Instance method will be called by the object creation. Object name dot method name is the process how to call an instance method. And here this is a string data type. Definitely there should be a string return value, and that should be received in a string data type. So how to write? We can write string s1, and in this definition, in this method, s1 is the variable is printing, that we can assume that is a string s1 equal to, we will call that object name. What is object name? MC. By the object name we are calling the above method with the help of dot operator. Method name is m sign, so you will write mc dot m sign, and you can pass any string value. Here as per the options we are passing the value hello, that should be inside the double quotes because that is a string data value. So which one is the right option as per this? MC dot M sign hello, it is not because string s1 is missing. We need to get a receiving variable of string data type. So the second one, yes, second one is the right one. String s1 is there equal to MC is the object name, accessing with the dot operator. M sign is the method, passing the value hello inside the double quotes. So second one is the right answer. Third one is not right because M sign is not accessing through the object. We can't do like that. This is an error. And fourth one is also an error because hello has given inside, not given inside the double quotes. You know that string value should be enclosed within double quotes. Okay. So that's why the fourth one is also wrong. Second is the right option. Clear all of you? I hope all of you understood the question and how to pick the right answer and what are the logic behind this one. So next one, we are moving to the next one, that is the last question in this second series, the last question. What is the output of the below Java program with an empty return statement? Here we have given an empty return statement. Let's see. Class test method, void show is the method, and inside the void show we are printing a message show method, and here return statement has given. Do you remember when we discussed about method invocation and method definition, we told or we learned to write by method as return type and non-return type. Non-return type means only void keyword we need to use, and this is a non-return type method. And what is the specialty of non-return type? If non-return type specified by the keyword void in a method, it doesn't return a value to the calling statement. It never returns a value to the calling statement. So we don't use return. So it is not necessary to use this return statement under the void method. So can we use any return statement like this in a void? Yes, you have a question like this, is it? Yes, in your mind you have a question. Can we use a return statement like this inside the void? Because void doesn't return a value, and we never give an example like void. Inside void we have given a return statement, return semicolon. Yes, definitely we can use a return statement in a void method definition, because here we are not giving any values. If you are passing any value like this, return one semicolon, definitely there will be an error because it can't return a value to the method calling statement. Because of void, it never returns a value or return a variable or returns a value, but we can use as only as return statement. Return statement, what is the use of return statement? It will immediately, when it finds a return statement, it immediately come out of that method and the transfer will control back to the calling statement. That is the use of return statement. So we can use a statement like this, return inside the void method definition. If you are using a return with a value, then it is wrong. We can't use like that because void means it doesn't return a value, but we can specify the return statement with that method definition of void. Here it will perform only one task, that is it will immediately go back to the calling statement. By finding the return statement, it will go immediately. The control will go back to the calling statement immediately. Okay, so this is valid. So now, what is the output of this question? That is the 1 mark here. We have a method definition of void and we have created an object because this is an instance method. Instance method has to be invoked by creating an object. So we have created an object name as tm and accessing that method as tm.show. So what will be the output? Yes, definitely it will, when the compiler executes or when program starts from the main method, it will execute tm.show. That means the control will go to the method definition of show and it will execute what has given, or it will do the task what has given assigned in this show method. So what is the statement has given here in the show method? Show method is a statement has given, so it will give the output as show method. And return means it will come out of the method and again it will come to the main method. So what is the output of this? What is the output of this method? It will give the statement show method as the output. Actually, it will return the method the same. Okay, so this is the 10th question, and I hope all of you understood these 10 questions. Please practice these type of questions. Thank you, all of you. Those who have any doubt, please comment here.